Hey everyone, I hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome to another episode of 10 PM University. So today is a health week again, so we're going to talk about important compounds associated with health. In our last episode, if you remember, I talked about benefits of vitamin C. So today will be something similar, but we're not going to talk about vitamins today. Today we're going to talk about benefits of magnesium. So everyone knows about magnesium, right? So you might have heard about magnesium. You might have heard about magnesium in your gym. If you're a bodybuilder, you might have heard about magnesium as a supplement. You heard about magnesium from different people, right? Or even you might have studied magnesium in your chemistry lab, right? And so a few things before we jump into the advantage of magnesium, why magnesium is important for our body. I just wanted to cover a few things, right? First of all, magnesium is a mineral. So if you look at the periodic table, it's at number 12, magnesium element, right? So magnesium, if you look at magnesium, right, magnesium is involved in over 500 reactions in the body, right? So just to give you a few, like it helps to convert food into energy, right? It helps with the repair of DNA, RNA, right? It's even good for your neurological activities, right? So magnesium plays a very crucial part. So now, why magnesium is so critical, right? I will tell you a few things, the few reasons why magnesium is very critical, as well as very important as a part of your daily diet or as a part of a daily consumption, right? So the reason why magnesium is important, right? Because it helps with the number one reason. Like if you're someone who involves in a lot of physical activity, right? Sports or other activities like involves walking long distances, running. So magnesium helps a lot. I tell you based on my personal experience. I used to walk a lot. Even now, I love to walk a lot. So at times I used to walk like 10K a day, 10 kilometers, sometimes 12 to 13 Ks a day. What I've found, right, what I've noticed, especially concerning my health, whenever I take magnesium, right, I used to rely on magnesium supplements. Because we get out of counter magnesium supplements. So whenever I used to take magnesium supplement, I used to feel a lot of energy. I don't feel much tired. And so that helps me with my long run and as well as workout as well. And I noticed that I could, it helps with my recovery time as well, right? It helps with my recovery stage, when I train in the gym. So sometimes I overtrain. There's no such thing called overtrain at times, but I'm saying if I do intense workouts, so whenever I consume magnesium, right? What I've noticed that I found a difference. I felt a difference in my energy levels in the body. So yeah, so studies have shown that magnesium do help with the workout. Before I talk any further, one disclaimer, right? I'm not a physician, right? I'm not a doctor. So if you have any questions, if you have any concern, please reach out to our medical professional. That's one of the disclaimer I wanted to make before I don't take my word for advice. Whatever I'm telling you, I'm telling from my experience and the researchers and study out there, right? Okay, cool. And the next thing, magnesium, studies have found that it helps with depression. So it's good for your mental well-being, in other words. So there are a lot of studies that are done across the world, and there are some researchers have they figured out that if you consume certain amount of milligrams of magnesium, it may assist with the depression, right? Along with other medication a person is taking, right? So magnesium won't a substitute. It's not a substitute for your other medication your doctor prescribed. It just, what we call a cherry on the top. It will cherry on the cake. Sorry. So it actually helps with. It aids with extra medication you take. But as I said, please reach out to your doctor. The doctor will give you better advice, but this is based on the studies out there that it helps with the depression. Studies have also found that it helps with the blood pressure. So I'm telling from my experience. I mean, I take magnesium supplement every day, so my blood pressure, at times it elevates. So I've noticed that when I stop taking magnesium, right, for a month or 2 months, my blood pressure kind of acted funny, and it kind of goes up at times. And but what I've noticed when I start taking, say, magnesium supplement for over a period of 6 months, I often notice that my blood pressure levels are quite normal. And also the studies have a lot of studies have done on this area. So reach out to your doctor again if you wanted to know more about it. Based on my experience, I can tell it helped me. Your experience might be different, right? So, yeah. So there are a lot of other factors do come into consideration when it comes to blood pressure, right? So it's not that magnesium is a substitute for someone who struggles with high blood pressure. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it assists along with whatever you're taking, right? Cool. And it helps with the migraines. Yeah, I mean, I haven't suffered much with migraines, but I've noticed people who suffer with migraines, they take a lot of magnesium, and they do, based on their experience, they do say that it helps. I have a friend who suffers with a lot of migraines. She told me that magnesium often helps. So, and a lot of research studies have done on this topic as well. So yeah, so it may help with the migraines. So, but as usual, please reach out to your physician for more advice on this. There might be a case that it may not help everyone, right? It might be a case that it only helps certain individual based on, their health condition, could be migraines, could be based on many other reasons, right? So, yeah. Important food sources. Right now, you might wonder, right? We've been talking about magnesium. Magnesium is good. Magnesium is that. There are different sources of magnesium. So these are the few sources, like pumpkin seeds, spinach, black beans, almonds, cashews, salmon, cabbage. Right? All this are the common source which you can, get it from your daily source of. You can get your daily source from your regular food, right? Whatever you're consuming. If you have a healthy diet, then I'm pretty sure that you will be getting a sufficient amount of magnesium. If you're someone who is not eating all these kind of things, then perhaps try out magnesium supplements. Magnesium supplements do help. I take magnesium supplement. You can get you don't need a medical prescription in most of the countries, at least I know. So yeah, but again, please check with your doctor or physician, whoever it is, before embark on this journey, because it's very important you understand because your body type could be different, right? So you need to go and have a talk with this. You need to have a conversation with your GP or practitioner, whoever it is, right? To understand which supplements can be beneficial for you, whether magnesium is something you can add as a part of your daily diet, right, as a part of your daily intake, because it's a mineral, right? It's good for your body, it's good for your bone density, right? So please check out with your doctor. It's always good to consult your physician before you take any supplements, because often they don't have much side effects, but again, right, your body type could be different, as I said, right? You might react to something different to because I don't react to magnesium, so you you might react to magnesium or whatever reason, right? So that's why it's always good to check out with your doctor before you take any supplements. That's my general advice. Because health is important, right? I mean, you need to take very good care of your health. You need to take your health very seriously, because we are in a crisis. We are in right now we are going through the COVID crisis, right? So the most important thing, right? It's your own health, right? You need to look after your health. You need to take care of it very well. You need to nourish it like you nourish other things in your life, right? So yeah, before you take any supplements, please reach out to your doctor. Okay, now studies have found that people who are associated, right, or who struggles with magnesium absorption in the body, or in other words, who lack sufficient amount of magnesium in the body, they go through certain stages of illness, or something. What I would say, a reaction a body you know makes in due to lack of certain things in your, lack of certain minerals or vitamins. So the number one is the muscle cramp. Like, I noticed that from my personal experience. Whenever I stop taking magnesium and whenever I do long walks or runs, I mean, I don't run much, but I love to walk a lot. Or whenever I do lift weights, I started to feel that muscles started to ache, which is normal. But magnesium usually helps with the recovery, so which is good. So the people who suffers with magnesium deficiency, right? They are often prone to depression, which is a lot of studies have done on this area. Please check it out. You can Google it. There are a lot of information out there. So depression and magnesium, there's always some sort of connection. This is not. I'm not making this up. There are a lot of studies done in Oxford. There are a lot of studies done in Stanford, Harvard. They've done a lot of research on this area. So scientists have figured out that there is some kind of connection, correlation between magnesium and depression. Okay, the another thing is the blood pressure, right? As I mentioned in my case, right, my blood pressure was acting a bit funny when I stopped consuming magnesium tablet for some time. So when I started consuming again, my blood pressure came back to normal. So and plus there are a lot of studies have done as well on this area. So yeah, please check it out. Please research more on this if you're someone who's interested to know more about magnesium. So yeah, magnesium is like I said, it's very important mineral for our body, right? So if you're someone who after listening to this topic today, if you wanted to go and take magnesium supplement, my advice would be to go and consult your doctor first. Because once you consult your doctor, he or she may give you better advice whether you really need magnesium or whether it's going to cause any other side effects, right? So yeah, that's my advice to you. So yeah, please read out about magnesium. I mean, there are a lot of information out there. If you think that's my information is not sufficient, yeah, please reach out to me. I mean, I will try to add more content in the future. I mean, I try to make it very less technical as I can, so that everyone can understand, right? So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover today. So yeah, I mean, if you like my channel, please subscribe, and there is a Instagram ID out there. So if you're interested, please follow me. It's your choice. I mean, I'm not a celebrity, so I'm not Iron Man or I'm not Captain America. That oh yeah, I'm gonna follow them. No, I'm just saying. I mean, if you're interested, yeah, please do check it out. So yeah, so next time we're gonna talk about another health topic, because this is a health week. I just wanted to spread the message. Probably, you know what? Next time we're gonna talk about vitamin K, right? This is because people talk about vitamin C a lot, but very few knows about vitamin K. It's not very commonly discussed vitamin in the world, vitamin K. But if you'd be surprised, right? Vitamin K is very, very essential for our body. So I'm gonna cover those topic next time. So yeah, that's all I wanted to do talk about today. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm signing off from New Zealand. Have a great afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are. Adios.